Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is One of One, but you can call me Seven. Welcome back to Steins Gate, where the last time we got what I learned is Suzuha's ending. So there are endings associated with characters. I tried to make sure that I didn't, obviously I don't know the content of any of them. I managed to avoid all of that, and I tried to avoid knowing how many endings there are. I'm just sort of following like a very spoiler-free guide now on how to pick up the rest of the endings. And what I didn't realize is last time that we were in this situation, which is we are deciding whether or not we are going to send a D-mail to I think it's to Rintaro to not chase. Sorry, yes, it is to send a D-mail to Rintaro to tell him to not send a D-mail so that Suzuha will go back in time and the time machine will never get damaged, and then she might have a chance at succeeding in her mission instead of failing like we saw in the past couple of episodes. And I had no idea, but there's this whole section here where he's like, I don't know if I should do it. I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know what I should be doing, and I'm scared, but I can't hesitate, blah, blah, blah. All of that stuff. That symbol that you see next to the exclamation point at the end of this sentence, that wasn't there before, but now that I'm here on a second playthrough, it's showing me. I could have pulled up my phone, at least as far as I remember. We've been doing this series for a while now. As far as I remember, I didn't pull up my phone even on accident to see this the last time I was in this situation, and I had no idea that I have the opportunity to actually send the D-mail. They were presenting me with a choice, and I had no idea. I thought it was just a narrative. So there are branching paths. It's just not incredibly obvious. I mean, if you just press some buttons, yeah, it's a little obvious, but I was engrossed with the story. So they present us with choices, and now I have multiple save files, and I will continue to make multiple save files. So now once we send this D-mail, obviously, as you guys know, we are going to drastically change the course of events, I think. So once we do that, we're in brand new territory and we are on our way to a different ending. So let's get started. All right, well, start up the microwave. The discharge begins immediately. I place my thumb on the send button. You sure? Mighty's voice is choked with tears. Yeah, our memory, yeah, this was the dilemma. Is that really okay? Our memories with Suzuha will disappear? Memories flash through my head. Oh man. Even for just a little while. Was great. I'm going to finish what you started, Dad, I promise. Yeah, she'd be leaving without ever finding out that Dad is her dad. Though I guess it'll only be a few hours for you guys. This whole thing was so emotional. Change the future, please. Suzuha, I've made my choice, and let's be honest, buddy, even though we got Suzuha's ending last time, this is what she would truly want. Because, well, I mean, maybe. I think, anyway. Wow, I'm so certain. It's because you guys got to go back together and try and change things, yes, but this is like, if she were here right now, knowing what, she'd tell you to make this choice. It feels like she would. I won't ask for your forgiveness. Ultimately, I'm doing this to save Mayuri, but at the same time, the words you spoke on that rooftop are still strong in my heart. You entrusted to me your hope for the future. If I'm to honor that wish and fulfill mine, then the time we spent together can never have happened. Oh, we haven't seen this in a minute. Oh my God. Divergence has changed so much, and we actually made it to Chapter 7, Made in Complex. Or did we, was Chapter 7, did we enter a Chapter 7 in the last ending? I can't remember. The world shatters into geometric shapes that expand and contract like rubber toys. Light gathers between my eyes. Stars explode behind my eyelids. Gradually, color returns to the world. Yeah, this is not a good feeling. Vertigo. Cold sweat oozes from my temples. Pressing my fists against them, I slowly force the air out of my lungs. Has the world line changed? I head to the lounge in order to check the divergence meter. It's not there, that's what I thought. I checked the meter a few minutes ago just before the world line changed. Now, it's nowhere to be found. I quickly realized what has happened. Suzuha gave me the meter after we stopped her from leaving. My D-mail undid those events. Of course, the meter isn't here. A surge of regret seizes my heart. I clench my teeth and endure it as best I can. Oh, it would hurt me so much. If nobody else remembers, then I alone will keep these memories of Suzuha alive. I look around the room. Mighty and Kurisu are on the sofa, dozing on each other's shoulders. Daru, oblivious to the vulnerable high school girls behind him, is playing. Oh. Yeah, of course he is. I take a deep breath and turn on the TV. I flip to a news channel. The world line should have changed. I erase the time we spent with Suzuha. That should have allowed her to leap to 1975 without losing her memories, and the IBN 5100 should be in our hands now. We can use it to hack into CERN and erase the data they intercepted from us. Without that information, Moika's men won't attack the lab, Mighty won't have to die. That's how it should be. That's how it has to be. Otherwise, why did I sacrifice Suzuha's dream? The quickest way to confirm the change would be to check for any delays at Akihabara Station. Is the Yamanote lane stopped? Line stopped? Jeez. I don't think so. Check online. Wait, I'm at the best part. Dude, come on, man. Just check the... Daru sighs and calls up train information. Doesn't look stopped. Thanks. The world line has changed, which means that our IBN 5100 should be in the development room. Go and check. I head back there to search for it, but contrary to my expectations, I can't find it anywhere. What's going on? I look at my watch. It's 7:43 p.m. Moika's men attack at what time again? Isn't it 6? My heart is pounding like a drum. That D-mail was supposed to fix everything. The trains are moving as scheduled, which means that Moika's men aren't about to attack. So why does it feel like nothing's fixed at all? The IBN 5100's absence is extremely disturbing. I want to sit down and think about where it could have gone, but a voice in my head is screaming that there's no time. I need to calm down. It's hard to think straight after everything that's happened. I check my watch again, 7:46 p.m. Images from the assault flash through my mind. Mighty bleeding to death on the floor, the smell of gunpowder in the air. I frantically shake the visions out of my head. I look towards the lab entrance. The door has yet to be kicked in by a team of hitmen. I swallow hard, petrified with terror. Please don't let anything happen. It's past 9. I peek at the street through the window. Nobody's there. Are you waiting for someone? You keep looking out the window. Daru's right. I probably looked out the window 20 times in the past hour, and not a suspicious figure in sight. Moika's men still haven't appeared. The raid was before 8, if I remember correctly. I think it's safe to say that my changes to the past have prevented it from occurring. Suzuha's sacrifice was not in vain. I let out a deep breath. I'm sweaty and disgusting. It's like my anxiety has pushed all the sweat out of my body. Oh, are we waking them up? Hey, you two. The two girls woke up from their nap about half an hour ago. Now they're eating cup noodles. Did you just say my name correctly? Kurisu looks at me in astonishment, like she can't believe her ears. When you're done eating, go home. It's late, so I'll go with you. Okie dokie. Interesting. He must seem like such a different individual. He's been through so much and oh man. Oh boy. This is all... Wait. Oh, wait. Wait. All of the stuff at at the stadium, Big Blue, I think it was called? Or am I just hallucinating? Regardless, the loop and all of that stuff that happened, and then Suzuha pulling us out of it, none of that happened this time. Not in this world. Just listen. Daru, you too. Me too? Oh, whoa. Have we seen this? I don't think we've seen this art before of the inside of just a train. Also, I'm pretty sure Chaos had Noah. I don't know if that's meant to be a reference to something, but I also think that that might be a game that... I don't want to make assumptions where I'm not entirely sure. The train lines running through Akihabara are operating normally. There's no bomb scare and no sign of Moika or her men. Kurisu's taking the Sobu line to the next station, Ochanomizu, while Daru's going the opposite way to Shinkuiwa. Mighty and I are taking the Yamanote line to Ikebukuro, so we part at the station's ticket gate. There are surprisingly few passengers on the train. I guess most of the salarymen are off for the Obon holiday. Mighty is playing a handheld game, the Rainet Kakaru action RPG. Dude, so mean. On the screen, her character is battling a gigantic Upa. I stand beside her and gaze at her profile, lost in thought. It's the night of the 13th, and Mighty's still alive. Whew. Even I feel a bit of relief. How many times have I watched her die? How many times have I tasted that despair? No matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't save this ditzy childhood friend of mine from death. She died again and again, right before my eyes, but now, she's alive, standing beside me playing a game. This is why I sacrificed our memories with Suzuha. It was the only way. I'm sorry, Suzuha. And thank you. Suzuha no longer exists in this time, but I hope my feelings will reach her all the same. Actually, come to think of it, why can't I tell her in person? Where in Akiba could the 54-year-old Suzuha be? I'll try asking Tennoji tomorrow. He probably knows Suzuha on this world line too. I wonder if Suzuha remembers me. Karin, what's up, Mairi? What's good? Mairi suddenly lifts her head. She looks at me hesitantly. Her cheeks are slightly pink. What's up? Come on, Okarin. Why she gets nervous when you stare at her like that? Oh, buddy, yeah, you're just looking at her because, you know, you can't believe she's alive. Did I make you get a game over? Yeah. Sorry about that. I apologize, but keep looking at her. Instead of starting a new game, Mairi looks at me with concern. There's something different about you today, Okarin. Really? Yeah, what's wrong? I remind myself that Mairi is more perceptive than she seems. She proved that when she figured out that Daru was Suzuha's father. I don't want to worry her too much. I want Mairi to smile her usual ditty smile without a care in the world. After all, it's over now. She's safe. And with that line, I feel an intense sense of foreboding. Like something awful is going to happen. But, you know, it wouldn't be this game, I don't think, without... Yeah, nothing's wrong. Sure, man. And I wasn't looking at you just now. I was devising new ways to bring chaos to the world. Really? You seem kind of tired. Probably because he is. A mad scientist is never tired. The mighty gray cells of my 170 IQ brain are always performing calculations day and night. Oh, man. Guys, even when he's being his... Even when... Now, when Rintaro's being his weird Chunibyo self, it's a relief to me. Because now it's not annoying, it's just a sense of normalcy. It's relieving. Yeah, take a break from Mairi, man. Do it for her. Having said that, Mairi returns to her game. I feel cold stares all around me, but I don't care at all. Oh, it's because he was laughing, being loud on the train. Mairi is here with me, doing everyday Mairi things. Ordinary things. Everything is going back to normal. I mean, buddy, I don't know, I wouldn't say that. Yesterday was my first time home in a while, so I slept like a log in my comfortable bed. Oh, yeah, you've been at the lab, haven't you? It's now August 14th. Saturday. It could be because of my mental exhaustion, but that was my best night's sleep in a while. What's up, man? Before heading up to the lab, I stop and stare at the Braun Tube workshop. The familiar mountain bike. He's gone. Suzuha liked it so much, she insisted on bringing it with her to 1975. The workshop door opens and out comes Mr. Braun, rubbing his eyes sleepily. Okabe, you've got free time, how about a job? As a special offer, I'll hire you for 1 CRT a month. Wow. I mean, 1 CRT, I mean, first off, it's definitely not okay, but like, you could probably sell that for something, maybe? An old television? I don't know. Hell no. When did Suzuha quit again? Who the hell's that? Who the hell is Suzuha, he says. What? Was her existence erased completely? But that's impossible. I ain't got time to remember the name of some lazy part-timer who quit after just 10 days. Oh. Jeez, don't scare us like that, Mr. Braun. Damn you and your misleading words. So Suzuha did work here. That fact, the evidence of Suzuha's sojourn in 2010, or sojourn, forget how to pronounce that word, still remains on this world line. And I thought I finally had some help for a change. That's what I hate about you damn kids, no dedication. I bet she lied about liking CRTs too, got me good. Tenergy shrugs his shoulders, annoyed. Naturally, he doesn't know about Suzuha's true identity. Does the name Hashida Suzu ring a bell? At this, Tenergy's eyes go wide. Haven't heard that name in a long time. You knew her? Knew her? So now she's... It's been 10 years already, huh? 10 years? 10 years since what? No, I don't want to know the answer. Tennoji has a faraway look in his eyes as if he's gazing into the past. She really helped me out. Why are you talking about her in past tense? She didn't have any relatives, not that I knew of. I wish I could have been with her at the end. But the way that he seems to be reminiscing rather than talking about it in a way that he regrets leads me to believe that she didn't commit suicide this time. At the end, there's only one thing that can mean, even though the world line changed, Suzuha didn't survive to the year 2010. To tell you the truth, though, she looked peaceful when I found her. Peaceful? She didn't commit suicide? Suicide? Who the hell told you that? Suzu-san was sick. Don't believe any old thing you hear. She was sick. Sickness killed her? I shouldn't feel good about that, but me too, man. I just got a wash of, like, a wave of goosebumps all over my body. But I guess you could say it's better than what happened before the world line changed. That's what I tell myself, anyway. So how did you know Suzu-san? She helped me out too. A long time ago. I was hoping to see her again. Yeah? I'm living in her old house now. Want to come pay your respects at the altar? I nod without a moment's hesitation. Oh. Oh. Tenerji closes up shop and we head off towards his house. From Chuodori, we head towards the station. I scan the Akiba scenery as we walk. Moe stores are still nowhere to be found on this world line. After a little hesitation, I look up at Radikan. Gone, right? Yeah. It's gone. The satellite has vanished. All that's left is the hole it made when it arrived in this time. When did the satellite disappear? About 5 days ago? You never know what's gonna happen, huh? Which means Suzuha left before it rained. Thank goodness. Like Tenerji said, his house is closer than expected. We take the train to the next station, Okachimachi, and then walk for about 5 minutes to a quiet residential area. This old one-story house is where Suzuha once lived. Oh, and there I see a familiar sight. The mountain bike. Suzuha's bicycle! For a moment I could see her there squatting beside the bicycle, but the mountain bike Suzuha rode to the Bronze workshop was shiny and new. Now it's old and covered in rust. Suzu-san loved that old thing. Even when she couldn't ride it anymore, she'd still polish it every week. It's been sitting there for 10 years. Couldn't throw it away. I've maintained it best I could, but I guess nothing lasts forever. I gently put my hand on the seat. It's warm from sitting out in the sun. I suppose that for the few days Suzuha was in Akiba, this bicycle existed in 2 places at the same time. God. The house isn't as messy inside as I expected, considering the state of the Bronze workshop. I guess that chipmunk keeps the place clean. Oh God, why would you use that? Oh God, well, okay, maybe that is what you would remember if that's the last thing that you saw of her. Yeah, a wave of nausea hits me as I recall what Nai did at Ochanomizu Station. Man, these names are hard for me to pronounce, but I tell myself that was just an accident. Besides, that incident has already been undone. Tennoji Nai has done nothing wrong. Next to the living room is a child's room. There's a child's study desk and a red backpack on the floor. It's hers, yes. Nai's in here, which reminds me. Tennoji's daughter visits the workshop often, but not once have I seen his wife. He couldn't have married Suzuha, could he? I mean, she should have been a lot older than him when they met. But as I say, love knows no bounds. I wonder what really happened. I also wonder what really happened. I feel relief at hearing the things that they have, they've been telling me, but at the same time, I'm just a little uneasy. I don't know what to expect anymore now that we're not looping. It's definitely better, at least in my head. It's better than, well, okay, better. The ending with Suzuha, it depends on how you feel about that. I felt pretty good about it, but this feels, you didn't have to go through the loop and all that stuff. I don't know how I'd feel if those two were married. That would make Daru Tennoji's father-in-law, actually, that would be kind of interesting. I turn to the Buddhist altar to pay my respects to Suzuha. There's no picture of her, so there's no way to know what Hashida Suzu looked like at the age of 44. I make an offering of incense to her, then look around the house again. This is the house Suzuha lived in after leaping to 1975. Would the IBN 5100 possibly be here? Would she have used it? She might have known how, right? When Suzu-san and I first met, we were neighbors. For some reason, Tennoji offers me a beer. When I decline, he shakes his head and starts drinking it himself. I was born and raised in Europe, Huh? Is that a joke? Got a problem? I'll have you know my English and French are perfect. He really doesn't look like someone who lived abroad. I guess you can't judge a book by its cover. My parents died about 15 years ago. That's when I came back to Japan. Or, I guess I should say I came to Japan for the first time. Suzu-san was living alone next door. She looked after me when I had nowhere else to turn. Alright, now's my chance. If I'm gonna ask, it's now or never. And you got married? Huh? Married? To Suzu-san. You high? Whew. I knew she'd never marry a guy like him. She was a pretty stoic lady, didn't have much of a social life. But she treated me well. My house burned down about 1 year after I moved here. It was my smoking that caused the fire, so I deserved it. But still. After I'd lost everything, she let me come live here with her. That's not all. The Ohiyama building, where the workshop's at, that was originally Suzu-san's property. Huh? She sold it to me for cheap. It's thanks to her the Bronze workshop exists. You could say she saved my life. Once, I asked her why she treated me so well. It wasn't like we were related or anything. But she just smiled and said, we all depend on someone's kindness at some point in our lives. When the time comes, you pass the gift along. She was kind of mysterious. She seemed to know exactly how things were gonna happen, like a prophet. Suzuha. That was probably her way of repaying Tennoji for looking after her, even if it was just for 10 days. And so it came full circle. It's a small world, huh? Never thought I'd meet someone else who knew her. Oh, right. Wait here a sec. Tennoji goes into the child's room next door, then returns and places an object on the table. Oh, there it is. Is that it? Oh, it's Suzuha's divergence meter. Before the world line changed, it was in the lab. But on this world line, Suzuha brought the meter with her to 1975. It's been in this house for 35 years. The tubes read 0.409431%. Divergence has changed, just like Suzuha said. This proves that my magic eye, reading Steiner, does indeed allow me to perceive changes to the world line. But what does 0.409431% mean? I recall what Suzuha said. Oh, this is going to be useful for me too. When the meter reads up over 1%, you've made it to the beta world line. Okay, good. We are reaching towards 1. We're taking steps in the correct direction. Does that mean I'm still on the alpha world line? Do you know what that number means? Because I sure don't. All I know is it hasn't changed a bit these 10 years. But you know, when Suzu-san was on her deathbed, she used to stare at that meter for hours. Oh god. She used to stare at that meter, talking to herself. Is this the old number? The new number? Did it work? Did it change? Stuff like that, day in and day out. It hurt to watch. Oh dear. I touched the device. Suzuha. In my heart, I reach out to the girl who died 10 years ago, to the girl who will be born 7 years from now, to the girl who crossed time to save the future. Suzuha, thanks to you, Mairi is safe. Divergence has changed, but we haven't yet reached your ultimate goal, 1% divergence. Once that is achieved, the future you dreamed of will become a reality. I will carry on your fight, Suzuha. I promise. Whew, that is some determination. Man, this is making me emotional. I realize that I am crying. Tennoji stares at me for a moment, and puts his giant hand on my shoulder. Ugh. God. I feel good and I feel awful at the same time. Hi, Mairi. Mairi comes out of the ticket gate and walks up to me with an unhurried stride. I didn't think you'd come all the way to the station to pick me up. Mairi's surprised. That's because you're still probably going to die, Mairi. We're still on the Alpha World line, though you don't know that. I wouldn't want my hostage to get away. Yeah, me neither, so Mairi's really happy. I don't quite understand, but whatever. Mairi flashes a carefree smile, then walks ahead of me, almost skipping. So what's in the bag? Mr. Braun gave it to me. It's a device that can measure the divergence of world lines. Wow, that sounds oopsies. Sorry, guys. Oh my god, hold on. Good lord. Hit all the buttons on accident. Wow, that sounds amazing. What's a world line? I smile wryly. Mairi, you really are a dummy. What am I doing? After I left Tennoji's house, I called Mairi to ask when she would arrive in Akiba, then I went to the station to pick her up. Anxiety still smolders in my heart. We managed to survive yesterday, but that doesn't guarantee our safety forever. It's entirely possible for Moiko to attack now, on the afternoon of the 14th. Maybe I'm being overprotective, but I still can't shake the image of Mairi's death from my mind. I don't ever want to have to go through that again. Just a thought, Mairi, but don't you think maybe you should stop coming to Akiba for a while? At least until Komima ends. No response. I look to the side. She's gone. Panicked, I scan the area and catch sight of her wandering towards a newly opened shaved ice stand. That sounds nice. Can't she tell how worried I am? No, she has no reason to know how worried you are. So you're the devoted type, huh? Kurisu is glaring at me with a nice coffee in her hand. We're in the lab, which appears to have become her second home. What's that supposed to mean? I'm sitting at the computer searching for intel on the IBM 5100. I still don't know where it is. I went to Yarabayashi's shrine this morning, but alas, it wasn't there. Suzuha promised to get one to us somehow. Her gift to us from 1975. Without it, we can't hack into CERN's database, meaning we can't achieve divergence over 1%. All of a sudden, you're treating Mairi like a princess. Today, you went to the station to meet her. You taste-tested her lunch, and then you held her hand all the way back to the... Oh my god! It's so sweet! He just is worried, man! He's seen some awful things. Kurisu. No wonder. Aww, Okari really loves Mayashi. Does she have to tell Kurisu of all people? Mairi looks so carefree as she stuffs her cheeks with takoyaki. I'm pretty sure she's smiling not because of my love, but because of the takoyaki's deliciousness. Typical Mairi. But seriously, did you have to tell Kurisu? Yeah. So what's the deal? I don't follow. Are you a couple or what? I've been meaning to ask. Do we look like a couple? Well, I mean, kinda, man. Like, you can't do all that. Just what sort of well, hey, man, it's not unreasonable. You know, Okadine and Mayashi have been friends since we were little. Happy now, got it, thank you. There we go. Don't talk with your mouth full. So, you're not a couple. Oh, well, of course, no one would... Sure, Kurisu. You tsundere, you keep telling yourself that, huh? No one would willingly date Okabe? Alright, man. You disappoint me, Christina. Oh, what are you talking about? You have finally revealed your true nature. I saw your eyes lit up at the first hint of romance. You're nothing but a... Whatever, man. It feels strange to be spewing this Chunibyo nonsense again after what I've been through. Ugh. Is my innocence lost forever? You self-proclaimed mad scientist Chunibyo nutcase. There we go. It's been a long time since I argued with Kurisu like this too. The thought brings a sudden pang of loneliness. Yeah, because you're the only one who knows. It's immortality in a sense, right? After failing to save Mairi, I sought help from this genius girl. Even though her words were at times harsh, she supported and encouraged me to the end. But now all of that has vanished along with the time we spent with Suzuha. Thank you for your help, Kurisu. I silently give her my sincere gratitude. Oh. What's going on? I finished typing on the X6 8000's keyboard and sigh, then turned to the divergence meter sitting on the shelf. We know what the display reads. What does that mean? It's like a piece of yarn, the universe, countless possible word lines exist side by side, branching out to infinity. When the meter reads over 1%, you made it to the beta world line. If you escape the alpha attractor field and reach the beta world line, then the result will change. Reach 1% divergence, and you'll save Shina Mairi. Fantastic, thank you for the recap. I really needed that, actually. Then does that mean I haven't saved her? Divergence is still less than 1%. Is the world still converging on Mairi's death? It can't be. It can't be. I mean, nothing happened yesterday. Mairi's here, safe and sound. So nothing will happen to her. It won't. I want to believe that, but the doubt within my heart is growing thick and black. I can hardly think about anything else now. No matter how hard I stare at it, the number on the meter doesn't change a digit. So far, reading Steiner is only activated after we sent past-changing D-mails. What about when I time leap? The vertigo I feel when I time leap might be caused by reading Steiner, or maybe it's just a side effect of the memory transfer. It's impossible to know. In any case, I prepared for the worst. I've already set the time leap machine's timer to send my memories 3 hours into the past, and with Daru's help, I found a remote for the 42-inch CRT downstairs. Our previous phone wave experiments made a hole in the floor. Instead of fixing the hole, I made it bigger. The 42-inch CRT is right under the hole, so if I point the remote at the hole and press the power button, the TV turns on. Nice. Now, should things go wrong, I can time leap at a moment's notice. And I also have future gadget number 4, Mode Snake, on hand in case of emergency. Well, at least you learned something. Okabe, Kurisu enters the development room. Didn't you say we weren't going to experiment with the time leap machine? This is just in case. In case of what? I don't want to answer that. I keep praying that my fears will not be realized. It's okay. Everything will be okay. They didn't attack yesterday, so they won't attack today. At the very least, we've changed Mighty's fate. But still, I can't help but pray. Please let Mighty be safe. Please don't let anything happen. Oh, God. My prayers go unanswered. Cool. 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 Awesome. It's just a day later. Man, I thought we were going to get a little more peace and quiet and tranquility and serenity than that. But no. No, these schmucks show up again with their AK-47s and their muscles, and oh my god. Yup, the rounders, they aim their guns at us, I freeze. Despair seizes my heart, my worst fears have come true. It's happening exactly the same as before, only this time, Suzuha isn't here to save us. Even the dark-skinned man's words are the same. Ah, crap. Hi, Moeka. Yeah, we're taking the time machine. I suppress my terror and grab Mighty's arm. Don't move. The crew cut man says something he hasn't said before. Yep, the 3 of you will come with us. You cannot resist. Blah, blah, blah. Come with us. We're gonna shoot you. Nowhere to run. Akihabara. There was no warning this time. Should I use my concealed mode snake right now? Use it and then time leap? But Mighty hasn't been killed yet. There's a chance she might not be killed on this world line. Hey, what's good, man? Wait, what is that on the left? There. Was Mighty holding that before or something? The crew cut man points his gun at me. My heartbeat jumps up. Cold sweat breaks out all over my body. I've only raised my left. What are you hiding? I have to use it. I swallow my fear and activate Mode Snake. Nice. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see. The rounders won't be able to aim through this, but that's not going to stop them from shooting. I have to time leap while it lasts. I grab Mighty's hand and fumble through the smoke towards the development room. Yep, there we go. I hear the sound of guns firing wildly behind me. Suddenly, Mighty's arm gets heavy. I trip forward and land on my face. Our hands were separated in the fall. I grab around and soon find her slender hand. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, she hit. The rounder's blind shot hit Mighty. Kurisu made a sound too, didn't she? Strength drains from her fingers. Mighty, come on, get up. But Mighty doesn't answer. I'm sorry, Mighty. Once again, I failed to save you. I thought I'd succeeded, but I was wrong. I hear my teeth grinding in my head. Oh. Okay, so they dropped. I hear Kurisu and Daru screaming as the gunfire continues. Oh, a sharp pain flares at the top of my head. Flesh wound? I press down with my hand. It comes away soaked with blood. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts! It feels like someone took a saw into my skull. My ears are ringing. I stumble. I can't stand up straight. I need to get to the time leap machine. I squeeze Mighty's limb hand one last time, then crawl to the development room, fumble for the headgear, and put it on. I point the remote at the hole and press the power button. The TV turns on downstairs. I can hear people laughing on the screen. Target C secured. Run, Okabe, run. Shh. Oh, God. I clench my fist in frustration. The time leap machine is already activated. The discharge phenomenon is starting. The floor begins to shake once again. I leap to the past. Ah, man. Well, back we go. Is it? Hello? Oh my God, I thought it didn't work. Oh my God. Oh my God, I thought it didn't work. Jeez, man. Alright, cool. Rintaro, you good, man? Once again, I feel that odd numbness. Pain at the top of my head is gone. Sweat off my brow. No mode snake. Kurisu is reading a Western book. Mighty's playing a handheld game. That isn't here. Going somewhere. I quickly swallow my words. You want a banana too? When I wave my hand no, Mighty tilts her head quizzically and goes back to her game. What do we do now, man? I sink into the sofa and close my eyes. Somehow, I resist the urge to scream in frustration. I have to think. I erased our memories with Suzuha. I changed the world line, but it wasn't enough. The divergence meter still reads 0.4. How do I get that above 1%? Wait, if I try to solve the problem alone, it'll just end the same way. I need to consult Kurisu. Come with me a second. I lead her out of the lab. Where are we gonna go to talk? This time there's no Suzuha to eavesdrop on us. We sit on the bench in front of the building. Suzuha's bicycle is still absent. What is it? You don't normally say my name. You don't. Wait, did she say you don't normally say my name normally? Yes, she did. Kurisu frowns at her own words. That came out weird. Oh, hey man, me too. Please help me. Now this is a shock. I never thought I'd hear those words from you. Do you have a fever? No jokes. I seriously need your help. You time leaped, didn't you? I nod. How much do you know? Whoa. Mighty. Where are you going? Arcadine, where are you going? A date with Christian? I'm jealous. Our relationship is purely professional. She's my assistant, nothing more. I'll go with that. Sure, why not? How much do you know? How much do I know about what? How about Suzuha being drawn tighter? Kurisu gives me a blank stare. It never even occurred to me. Nice. When we prevented Suzuha from leaving on August 9th, she ended up staying until August 13th. But that outcome was changed by my last email. What happened during those 4 days on this world line? Oh yeah, our issue with sending emails is that we don't actually have memories of what occurred in the time that... Yeah, we know. What are you talking about? I finished it yesterday after an all-nighter, remember? When did you leave from? 8 p.m. tonight. It looks like I'll have to explain everything all over again. Over and over again. This poor guy. Oh, we got a mail. Oh, I'm a little relieved. Why is that? I've never felt this way before. Because you like Okarine, Mayuri? I told her about Mayuri's many deaths, and about what happened with Suzuha and Moeka. I also gave a summary of what Suzuha told me about the structure of the universe. Kurisu does not appear to doubt my story. So basically, you win if you get the IBM 5100 back. Kurisu sums up what I told her. This is just a guess, but maybe you should look at what Amane-san said from the opposite angle. I think the critical change takes place when you get the IBM 5100 and erase the data in CERN's database. That instant is most likely when you'll achieve divergence over 1%. The problem is where the IBM 5100 is now. You've already found it once, that is, if your memories are real. If you can get back to the world line where you first obtained it, then isn't it bound to return to you? I see. Wait. Whoa. Is that necessarily true? If you can get back to the world line where you first obtained it, then isn't it bound to return to you? I don't know how that works. I don't know what the implications of that would be, and I don't know if that would even actually work. And then it suddenly disappeared. You threw a fit about that earlier. I remember thinking, oh god, Okabe's finally lost his ability to distinguish fantasy from reality. You're such a wannabe American. What do you mean, oh god? Oh, I get it. Christian is Christian. That's such a great play on words. A great, like, I don't know. It's not a burn, like, per se. It's just like... What do you mean? Oh god. Oh, I get it. Christian is Christian. Oh my god, Rintaro. Kurisi looks at me in disdain as soon as those words leave my lips. That's terrible. Actually, I thought it was pretty clever. I regret it too. This is no time for puns. So, Christina, let me see if I understand what you're saying. The changes we made to the world line, namely all of the emails we've sent, must be reversed. I guess that's what she's saying. Then that will return us to the world line where I found the IBN 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine. From what I've experienced so far, I'm confident that the IBN 5100's disappearance from the lab wasn't due to theft. After all, I was sleeping at the lab, and whenever I wasn't around, another lab mem was. The lab was occupied every hour of the day. Hold on, let me make sure I'm getting everything here. Yeah, the IBN 5100 disappearance from the lab wasn't due to theft. Yeah. Oh, okay. It would have been impossible for someone to steal that heavy computer without anyone noticing. It makes more sense to assume that a D-mail caused us to diverge from the world line where I found the IBN 5100 at the Yanabayashi Shrine. Yeah, so the time leap machine is still the phone wave, which means it can do D-mails and time leaps. It can do both. Gotta remember that. It's still a hypothesis. I only came to that conclusion based on your explanation. If you're mistaking your facts, deceiving me, or shooting off delusions, then this hypothesis will fail. So the idea is that this thing wasn't stolen. There's no way because there were people at the lab at all times. So a D-mail caused us to diverge from the world line where I found the IBN 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine. Which means we need to undo everything, all the changes that were made to the world line. They need to be reversed, otherwise you won't find it again, I guess. This assistant of mine has no confidence in me at all. You can't just blindly follow this hypothesis either. You may have a safety net, but if you get careless and leave yourself without a way out, then you'll never get another chance to save Mayuri. I know that. I'd ask for Suzuha's opinion too if she were here, but on this world line she traveled to 1975 on the night of August 9th. There's no way I can speak to her now. Why did the IBN 5100 disappear? Which of the D-mails caused its disappearance? Figure that out, and you're well on your way to finding the solution. What I don't understand is how we delay the timing of Mayuri's death exactly 24 hours. True, that is interesting. Maybe it's related to the change in divergence. It could be the butterfly effect. If that's the case, any trivial change could produce a significantly deviant result. Anyway, it's important to act with discretion. Don't do anything careless. Your death, Okabe, is the worst thing that could possibly happen. And she's right. You're probably the only person who can remember previous world lines. If you die, then consider Mayuri dead for good. Don't die. Okay? You're not worried about me, are you? What? Don't be ridiculous. Why should I care? A classic, lovely tsundere. How cute. I'm not worried about you, okay? I'm not worried about you. Don't get the wrong idea. I just don't want to lose a valuable test subject, that's all, yeah! That brain of yours has accumulated memories spanning world lines and time loops. It's a precious sample that can rewrite the history of neuroscience. Ooh. I want to map out your brain. I want to map your brain and find out what's going on in there. In other words, your time leaping helps me too. After all, the time leap machine is the fruit of my research, so to speak, and I... Calm down. Kurisi turns away with a sour expression. This assistant of mine can be difficult sometimes. Anyway. I consider her hypothesis. In order to return to the world line where I found the IBN 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine, we need to cancel all the D-mails we sent so far. Oh my god, even I cannot remember that. The theory is sound, and I've got nothing else to go on. I checked the clock. It's 6:42 p.m., only 1 hour until Moeka's raid. I decided to time leap once more to the afternoon of the 13th, just before the time leap machine is completed. I'm going to give this plan of yours a shot. Oh, great. I take Kurisi's hand and grasp it firmly. You've been a great help. Sorry for the trouble. Don't apologize, dummy. Bugger. She gonna say it? Oh no, it's confusing. And besides, I don't even remember helping you before. How are you going to take responsibility for this? Why is she getting mad at me? I just don't understand her. She's a tsundere, man. Come on, you know the trope. I wish I could remember too. And I'd always have something to rub your nose in. You really have an awful personality. You're one to talk. It's true. That's why you guys are made for each other. No, I'm joking. With that, I'll leap 28 hours into the past. And with that, we will end today's episode. I really like the way that this game's ending or endings branch. I like the changes, the differences, the way that it kind of builds cumulatively. Cumulatively. There you go. Yeah, couldn't say that word. It's been really interesting and really fun, and I think that even like the fact that the character development that we saw before that was undone, that doesn't necessarily mean that it didn't happen. Just happen on different world lines, which means that the characters themselves have the potential. I don't know. This is just maybe me trying to talk myself into the fact that the characters are still the characters, even though we're time traveling and what have you. That doesn't matter. This is super fun, and I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good time. I hope that you guys are too. So, yeah, that's all the time I have for today. I will see you guys in the next video. So for now, have a good rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye.